Welcome to the Spirit-Centered Business Podcast, where we blend the spiritual with the practical for supernatural results. Now, here is your host, Bralynn Newby.
Welcome to Spirit-Centered Business. I am back with part 2 with Zachy Perez. I'm so excited to hear about your cuddling. But first, I need to give my big, huge announcement. Registration is open for the Heart-Based Coaching and Courses Masterclass, which is the intro to the Planning to Profit program, which of course is pulling that message out of your heart and finding out who exactly you're supposed to serve. God created us to serve exactly the people that will resonate with our story. So we have to be able to pull our story out like Zachy can and connect to the people who that makes a difference for in the end and makes that transformation that they're looking for in their life. And then, of course, being a business and not just a hobby, it's got to be monetized. So what does it look like to create your signature process, which Planning to Profit is my signature process. And so in this program, we design your signature process, and then we monetize the parts of it that you need to build your business model with. Okay. And then we set up the platform that it can run on. And if you're implementing all the way along, you're making money by the end of it. So that's what Planning to Profit is. The registration is open now for the free masterclass that is the intro to it. Okay, so go to BralynnNewby.com/coaching masterclass, and that will be in the show notes. One more time, BralynnNewby.com/coaching masterclass. And that's my big announcement. And now we're back to cuddling with Zachy. Zachy, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. You guys, if you missed episode 1 with Zachy, go ahead and make sure you go to spiritcenteredbusiness.com and click on the podcast and get part 1, because it was her story and it was really, really good. And you guys need to hear what she's come through and how coming full circle back to cuddling really, really is totally God's plan, because who would have thunk it, right? So tell us about that.
My plan.
Right.
Sometimes God makes us do little jumps on certain things and just giving us, and I actually talk about this, but doing the little things that God asks us to do, because they're extremely important to give you the bigger things.
Yep.
And so going into that time of, right before we ended the first part, going into that time of just being away with the Lord and coming into the secret place and just being with him and just receiving from him and just being renewed and poured into without pouring out. Just let me hear him and experience him in a very different manner. Mm-hmm. And at that time, he asked me to go ahead and get a certification. I had heard about the cuddling industry a year prior, but I had seen a video and I thought it was interesting. I mean, I didn't think much of it. I said, oh, wow, these women are making money cuddling. And I said, okay. And they're professional. Like
it's a commentary on society, though. Really, it really is. Like, you need to pay someone to cuddle because we're missing that connection piece.
Well, and a lot of people don't have someone else that they can really trust.
Yeah.
To give them to hold space for them, because in reality, it's about holding space for someone else where they can come in and say, you know what, I just need you to hold me and just be held. And so a lot of times what I knew that what the Lord was calling me was different. It wasn't just to hold people. And so since I knew that my heart was to help people that had trauma, I said, I really want to help women. And I said, okay, well, Lord, you show me what this means. And so I went through certification, and then I stepped into that world and I said, okay, well, it's gotta be it's got to be in reference to what the Lord is leading me into. And so immediately I made it about, I am a healer, in people's other language, I'm a healer, and I do this because I've worked with women that have serious traumas and depression, PTSD, and body image issues. And
That's
so
good. Yeah.
I said, okay, let's see. Let's see what happens. And immediately I started getting people that resonated with what I was saying, women that, had no boundaries or didn't know what consent meant. Women that actually just wanted to love themselves, but they didn't know how to. And they didn't know how to go ahead and ask also. A lot of women don't know how to ask, even men. I mean, I got men too. And they, even though my message was for women, sometimes men still, they just need it so badly that they'll say, you know what, I'll take the chance and ask. And if someone does ask, I'll go ahead and I feel if it's a good fit, I will take care of them, because it's important. But what I try is to do mostly women, and just, teach them on. I had to go into, there's a research down here, a research department on touch in Miami. It is the only one nationwide. And so
Wow.
this department is by a doctor, and her name is Tiffany Fields. And she is amazing. They've done major research on this. And so my sister works for and so I went ahead and started, doing major research on what they had already posted in and all this stuff. And so touch deprivation is a real thing. Physical love language is real. God made us for more. God made us to be able to go ahead and have physical touch, and it does not equal to sex or sexual, wanting something sexual. The world has taught us that touch means sex. And that's a lie. That's a lie from the enemy. And so the Lord had to teach me that this is not from the enemy. This is something that there's total healing in, and that, this is where the laying of hands also works. And so I went into it and started helping people, got my certification in coaching, because I knew that the Lord was calling me into that. And so eventually I have, moved from just cuddling or, and having my own social media, and coming into and just really ascending with the Lord and really seeing what the Lord wanted me to work with and making a program. And so he gave me actually 3 programs. The first one which is going to be opening in a couple of weeks, and you can go ahead into my Instagram or Facebook and find out what the dates are. I'm going to have it's going to be a small group coaching program for 6 weeks.
And let's just say that again, it's at the Touch Coach.
At the Touch Coach.
Right, on Instagram or Facebook.
Yeah. Okay. Both of them, if you just put at the Touch Coach, you should find me.
Okay.
And you'll see my pictures and all this stuff, and, just quotes and everything that I teach on, and a little bit of my story, what touch means, and just about this program. And so this program is a 6 weeks program. It's going to be, it's a beta program, because and so that means also that I'm going to give more time to the people, because obviously there's going to be some things that we're going to be working on, that who knows if it'll be kept in the program or not. But at the end, it'll be on, how do you go from not having any boundaries to having freedom, in saying your yes or saying your no. A lot of women don't know how to say no.
Yeah.
How to give consent, how to have the ability to say yes to the things that you want and say no to the things that you don't want.
Right.
And so these are modules that are going to be going on in this group session that we're having. And so, what are the different facts and benefits of touch? So we have in our fingertips 0.02 millimeter, we can feel something. And it is extremely sensitive. And so we just don't give enough time to actually feel. If we actually pay attention, you will see how much we can feel.
Mm.
And so there's exercises on that, on for self-love, and to be able to go ahead and give positions for either friends, couples, and just how to work in that, how to work to maximize your physical love language, and how to remove the walls that you might have from not being able to be close with someone,
Mhm.
because you have these traumas. And so just different things, to work on. And the other one is just the other coaching program that I'm going to launch would be the working on the differences of what is your soul, what is your spirit. So
Mm.
a lot of us, it's in Hebrew 4. It talks about bone and marrow and the differences between soul and spirit. And so what does that look like? You know, what is, why is it like this?
Yeah.
How come, and what to do about it. And so, and then break mindsets, the false beliefs that we have around that, and breaking that down into pieces, seeing where your mindset is and removing all that, and then being able to then walk into truth and speaking truth
Yeah.
and walking into your truth and into your destiny. And so that's a different program. That's another 6-week program that I have, that'll be after this one. Because the Lord gave me 3. I
That's
said,
amazing.
okay.
So you will have your website up soon, right? That will
I'm
have
hoping
all of these on there?
yeah, so it's in the middle of being made
Okay.
here, and it has some pieces,
Yeah.
but it's not complete because I'm actually doing it on my own.
Okay.
And
Well,
so
we might have to have a talk offline and see if we can get that going. What is the domain name?
thetouchcoach.com.
Oh, it is thetouchcoach.com. Okay, perfect. All right.
Yeah.
Excellent. But for right now, everybody, when you want to get a hold of Zachy, make sure you go to either Instagram or Facebook, at the Touch Coach. So, okay. So this is your life coaching, cuddling type business. Now you have multiple businesses. So tell me about the other two.
So I actually first started with a call center, which I still have, and it is my main baby. I've had that for 3.5 years. And
Uh-huh.
that business, I was an accountant. I was an accountant for 18 years.
Oh,
Went
wow.
for it. So I do have accounting background for big companies. And so I had asked the Lord to move me. I was unhappy. And I knew that accounting wasn't what I was made for. I
Right.
just didn't know how to jump. And it can be scary because you're like, oh my God, I've worked on my whole life.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so the Lord gave me an opportunity that, like I said, you got to do on the little things, what the Lord gives you. And so the Lord gave me an invitation with someone that they were offering me this call center. I said, I don't want a call center.
Yeah.
I don't even like talking on the phone. As an accountant, normally you don't talk to a lot of people.
Yeah, right?
And the only thing
But you're a cuddling accountant, so.
well, at the time I wasn't cuddling.
Okay, yeah.
At the time, I was mentoring women, and all that was occurring.
Yeah,
but
right. When I met you, you hadn't started the cuddling yet. You were just thinking about it, right?
No, I've been doing the cuddling for over 1.5 years.
Yeah, okay. And we met in November of 19.
Yes,
So,
I had already been doing it for about 6 months.
Yeah, okay. All right, very good. Okay, so the call center. Wow. So that's a crazy thing. So you were obedient in what God told you, and now that's like the foundation of the 3 businesses, right?
Yes. So I actually denied the call center 3 times.
Oh, I guess I would too. I would.
I didn't want it, and it makes barely any money. But I had asked the Lord for a ministry.
Mm.
And I didn't understand at the time that this would be ministry for me as well. And I would help the kingdom through it. So I get to hire people that want to work from home, and they just need a computer. And a lot of the times they do need a phone line, but it's like $20 a month to get a phone line if you really need one. for some of my clients, and be able to just, work from home, have a quiet place, be able to have this is what I have,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and be able to just have a headphone set,
Mm-hmm.
excuse me, and
And what kind of questions do they get when people call into the call center, or what happens?
so normally it's just inbound customer service, and it's I have contracts with Fortune 500 companies. So normally if you're home and you're working for me, you're going to be taking care normally of just one of my clients. And so what will happen is that you turn on your phone line for specifically for this.
Mm-hmm.
You go into their servers and you put yourself in the queue. And so it's like if you were in their office, and you
Mm-hmm.
act like if you're part of them, and you say, this is such and such, and company, kingdom, and how can I assist you? And there a lot of the times their information will pop up because you're part of the company, like you're hooked
Uh-huh.
in. And so you answer their questions. Just normally it's about accounting, like simple accounting stuff, like, oh, how much is my bill? Can I pay you for my bill? Can you change my bill address? Stuff like that. Oh, I'm going to be, moving. Can you change my service to another area?
Mm-hmm.
Or depending on what it is, what type of client. But that's normally what happens. And then, you pick your own schedule, which is quite nice.
Yeah, it is.
It helps a lot of women.
So, okay, so that's where I was getting to, is what is the kingdom component of the call center? Is helping the women, right?
So it'll help anyone, but it seems like the most that come to me are women, and
Mm-hmm.
every single agent I've actually had has been Christian. Every single one of them.
Wow.
Not one has not been a believer. Not on purpose, because I truly believe that if someone really needed a job, I'll offer it to them.
Mm-hmm.
But it's been a coincidence that every single one of them has been a believer. And so I truly believe that God has provided for these women through the call center, because I'm providing a salary,
Yeah.
even though they're 1099s, they make their own money.
Sure.
But the whole point is that I'm able to be the middleman to give them a job, and to be able to provide some type of income for these women that a lot of the times have kids and they just can't work full time, but they can work part time. And there is full time, work if they wanted it.
Mm-hmm.
But they pick their own schedule, so it's not up to me. So they can do schedule as they want.
Mm-hmm. Very good. Do you just have to have so many hours available for each of your clients so that you can promise that, yeah, you're going to have someone available?
Hours per each agent that works for me. It's normally the minimum.
Yeah.
So they have to work 15 hours, and it can be spread out.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the clients are open 7 days a week.
Mm-hmm.
So people can really make their schedule, and they can work 2 days and finish the whole thing, have 15 hours, and that's it. Work 2 days a week and you're done.
Yeah. Very good. Okay. And the third business. You're such an entrepreneur.
Business. The Lord has been wonderful. That's all I have to say. That's what I say. The little stuff, just, first the call center, then came the coaching business.
Mm-hmm.
And then apart from the coaching business, for the past 3 months,
Mm-hmm.
about to be official probably in the next 2 days. But it's okay. I can go ahead and I won't give name yet because it's not official.
Yeah. By the time this airs, it will be, though. So.
Oh, yes. Okay. Yes, it will be.
Yeah.
Okay. So I can definitely say it. So it's actually, I am with someone else. It's a silent partner. So I can't say who it is because they don't want to be named.
Uh-huh.
But me and someone else are opening an online marketing agency. And so we have been helping the Christian community for the past 6 months. So a lot of some well-known names have been taking our services for the past 6 months. It's just that we haven't had a name. And so we've been helping in the background without anyone knowing.
Yeah.
And so from word of mouth, you get from one to the other, to the other, to the other. And for the past 6 months, we have helped a lot of the 100 folders. And so anyone that has a company, they come to us. If you need branding, colors, having a logo, deciding that, you want to go ahead and opening a website. That's why I said mine is in the middle of it, because I have been revamping mine. I had to close it down and redo it. And so just branding, what's, the colors, logos, any type of, small website to e-commerce. And so just helping people out there.
Cool.
And so it's been quite good. And the name of it is actually called 28 Lions.
Okay.
And so it has a very unique name.
Yeah. Yep. You want to tell us about the name?
I can.
Okay.
The name came from the Lord. When we ascended for it. The whole process has been in ascension, just to go and go ahead and get what the Lord had in heaven. And so we went out and we went up and decided, okay, well, Lord, what does it look like? And that's how we do branding too. And that's between us and whoever does 100. If they're not, 100 folder, then we understand that, they might not want that, but we'll help them,
Sure.
We go in ascension, go ahead and feel what the Lord is saying and say, okay, well, this is what I feel like the Lord said. So our name came from, because we started with Resh, which is the Hebrew letter R. And so Resh was very prominent in our business. At the beginning, it was really huge in itself. And so we knew that Resh had a very special place in our agency. And so we started with that and said, okay, Resh is in it. And we knew that Het was in it too, which is the CH in Hebrew. And because CH for us has a lot of meaning for me and my silent partner. And so we decided, okay, well, we know that we have letter 20 and letter 8 with us. And it has so many meaning. Resh is to see around the corner. Resh is to, it just has a lot. So it just had a lot of meaning for our agency. And Het too, which is, for us is like the four corners of the earth with heaven. It just means that we are in that secret place with him. And so it just has the heaven and the earth. And so it just has a lot of meaning to us. And so that's how we got the 28. And then the lions part actually came because when you have Resh, Het, and two other letters, now I can't remember them. I think it's Vav and one other, Hey. And it actually says lion, and just reminded us of the Lion of Judah and what that represented. And so we said, okay. And so we said, okay, 28 lion. And we're like, well, it seems like it could be 28 lions.
Yeah.
And so that's how we got our name. And then we started looking to find out if, that name was out or not. And so we started doing, finding out that it was available. And so we have a logo. It's right now at this moment, because obviously it hasn't aired, but at this moment is actually being worked on. It's almost done. There is already a logo. It's just not completely done, but hopefully by then it will be. We probably will have social media by this time when this is aired, because it's really being worked on at this moment. Like I said, it's all been, it's all taken time because we didn't know that this was going to occur, but the Lord has been, I feel like the Lord has really pushed us into the season before we were ready, because we weren't planning to open it probably for about a year.
Oh, wow.
So, but it just, we keep getting clients, and we just felt that, this is from the Lord. We want to make it legal. And
yeah. I want to just mention something. You've said 100-fold a couple times. And I just want to explain to the audience, just in case. There's 30, 60, and 100-fold. And so when she's talking about 100-fold, she's talking about next stagers. those people who are stepping into the heavenly realms, who believe that Jesus tore the veil so that we don't have to wait until we die. He's actually the door, not death is the door into heaven. So that's what that means, that we're operating in fully in the gifts of the Spirit, and we're operating in everything that it means for the restoration and salvation that Jesus, the work that he did. So that's what the hundredfold means.
Yes, and it's true. I call it 100-fold just because that's how Chris teaches it.
Yeah, exactly. I love Chris too. He's great. Yep. Wow. Okay, Zachy. So goodness, we're going to have to talk offline, because I'm sure that a lot of my clients need to have their marketing done. So we'll have to talk offline and see what we can work out for that. Maybe we can create a win-win. One other thing I want to mention to the audience is that Zachy and I are both part of our Father's Business Alliance. And so, we're not necessarily promoting that at the moment, but we just want to throw it out there because Zachy and I are both teachers, master class teachers over there on our Father's Business Alliance. It's .com, right? Is it .com or .org?
.net.
Oh, I'm really off. .net. I have it just bookmarked, so I just go there. Okay, our Father's Business Alliance.net. And there's a lot of great teaching, and there's a way to plug in to the network and to a community of believers who are in business. So it's a really kind of cool idea. And, I've enjoyed the group that I'm in. How has yours been going so far?
So it's been going good.
Yeah.
Everything as well. And just, they have so much to offer.
Mm-hmm.
This training community has so much to offer. We have these master classes that are being released on a weekly manner, and then just having the ability to go ahead and have, to tap into not only the mentors, but being able to tap into others in the community that are doing business.
Right.
And so it's a great structure to be able to lean on, and being able to go ahead and just walk together in what the Father's doing, coming into alliance.
Yep, that's really good. Okay, any last thoughts on spirit-centered business in general, or any other piece of your story you want to share, or anything else going on with you?
No, everything is well.
Okay.
Everything is wonderful. Just keeping believing and hearing from the Lord on what he wants us to work on, and that's practically it. That's
Right.
the advice I can give, and it's always the top advice.
Yeah, staying in joy, especially in these crazy times, staying in joy and staying believing that God is sovereign. He's got it. None of this stuff that's going on earth surprises him. He's got it all covered, and the good news is we win. So it's all good. Evil is being exposed, and it's all good. We just need to keep our eyes on him and keep staying in our lane. Well, Zachy has 3 lanes, but stay in our lane. Anyway, all right, you guys. One more call out to people who would be interested in being a wingman for Spirit-Centered Business. I sure need help posting things. Creating the graphics that are for the promos and making sure the show notes get put wherever they go. We're syndicated across 2 different networks. So with all of the different channels, I think the Fringe Radio Network, we're on like 16 different channels over there. And with Kingdom Talks Media, we're at least on 4 or 5. So it's a lot, you guys. And so if anyone would like to help me with Spirit-Centered Business, just PM me on Facebook. I appreciate that. And of course, Heart-Based Coaching and Courses Masterclass is open for registration. So go ahead and get that at BralynNewby.com/coaching masterclass. So Zachy, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for being with me. And I know that it's a little bit late for you in the evening, but I appreciate that. You're young, you can handle that. All right. Thank you again. And until next time, stay spirit-centered. Peace out. Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening to Spirit-Centered Business with Bralynn Newby. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share with your friends. The next stage of doing business by being spirit-centered is coming together in collaboration, working with spiritual principles, and knowing our destiny. Join our tribe at spiritcenteredbusiness.com, and we'll catch you on the next broadcast. Peace out.